Todd,
Mm-hmm.
is Superman still relevant in the 21st century? I feel like that's the thing that people have been asking for like at least the last 25 years.
I'd say no if you're basing it off of watching some pretty fucking horrible films. But I'd say yes. It stands the test of time.
How so?
If you think of the history of what is Superman.
Explain.
I can only do that if you come with me on a journey.
Huh?
Come with me, son. As we journey to the beginning of where it all began. The history. Come.
You're hurting me.
Come with me.
Ow! We're just going to talk about the new Superman movie.
Yeah, I guess we could just do that. We just saw Superman.
Good movie.
Yeah, a really good movie.
Spoiler alert. I was not expecting much for Superman nowadays. I think Superman as a franchise or an IP has been kind of ruined.
I agree.
By Warner Brothers / DC cinematically.
I'd say we were pleasantly surprised.
I was, yeah.
Were you?
Yeah, I
Okay.
was. Yeah. I liked Superman.
Yeah. Even the cast, the entire cast, like Lois Lane. This might be the best Lois Lane that I've seen since
Margot Kidder.
Since Margot Kidder.
But this guy is even from Bravia.
What do you mean? His name is the Hammer of Bravia.
Yeah, I doubt his parents named him that, Jimmy. We have no clue what his actual goal was here.
I think it's pretty obvious the goal was kicking Superman's ass.
Or he didn't completely kick Superman's ass.
Yeah, she had sass.
I just liked her vibe.
She just seemed like Lois Lane.
She was Lois Lane. But before we totally dive into this movie, I thought we'd talk a little bit about the other films.
Fantasy? No. It's history. It's happening, Superman.
The first one I think we have to talk about is the best. And that is 1978, Superman the movie.
Richard Donner.
By Richard Donner, the director.
Do you like pink?
I like pink very much, Lois.
I thought you were going to go back even further to like 1948, the serial with like Kirk Allen.
That's a good
the
point.
original like screen Superman.
I was not going to go back that far.
And
because
then
I never saw it.
And then the dad bod Superman, George Reeves.
That's a TV show.
But he was debuted in a serial called Superman versus the Mole Man. That was like a pilot for the TV show.
I had no idea. So I'm not going to talk about the TV shows unless you want to. The 1978 Christopher Reeve movie just blew my mind. Yes, I was a kid. I was whatever I was. How old was I? I was probably like 7 or 8 or 9. I don't remember.
Now, are we just saying that because we grew up with this movie?
Yes.
Is it still a good movie?
I do think it's like one of the best movies. I mean, I saw it not that long ago with one of my kids, and I do think it's like a great film. It totally encapsulates the magic of like Superman.
Yes.
It just takes you into a complete fantasy of you are in a Superman universe,
but in a grounded way.
Mm-hmm.
That is an Earth that you understand.
Yes.
Even as a child.
Yeah.
That's different from this new Superman movie.
What made me love Superman was the idea that a man can fly. That was the first movie.
Great marketing, yeah.
Oh my God. The magic of, yes, a man can fly.
The magic of a man can fly, I think kind of might be John Williams' music.
It's a combination.
Yeah.
It was definitely revolutionary at the time with the effects and how they
True.
pulled it off. I would not even call this new movie the same. It wasn't about watch what happens when you can see a man fly.
No.
Forget that.
Now it's just like, it's another superhero movie, but making the original superhero relevant.
Yeah, when we saw the 1978 Superman movie, and you saw him first change in from Clark Kent to Superman, and he took off, and he caught Lois Lane.
That was magic.
Easy, miss. I've got you.
You've got me. Who's got you?
That's an amazing scene.
It's an amazing scene. For 1978, it blew your mind.
Yeah.
It was absolutely incredible.
Like punctuated with John Williams music.
It was awesome. We also have to mention John Williams. John Williams' music in the 1978 Superman has become synonymous with Superman.
The character.
Period.
Yeah. Right.
Just like
James Bond.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely. You cannot have a James Bond movie without that theme.
You're right.
James Gunn realized that John Williams' music is key to the character. Central, you might say.
I agree. Let's just talk a little bit about what happened with the Christopher Reeve franchise. So after Superman, you had Superman 2. I think that came out in 1981.
Yeah.
Come to me, son of Jor-El! Kneel before Zod!
And it was pretty well received.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, originally it was going to be one film directed by Richard Donner. Richard Donner was fired by the Salkinds. And
there is another cut, though.
Yeah. It's not as good because the ending, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Why do you say this
to me when you know I will kill you for it?
And then they made a horrible decision to make Superman 3 with...
Thank you, brother.
Richard Pryor.
Watch the trees.
I'm not sure which of the sequels is worse, actually.
Superman 3 or Superman 4?
I waver back and forth between which one is worse.
I think Superman 4 is absolutely the worst.
At least they're trying to be true to the Superman character.
I guess. Superman 3 was cheap, but I feel like Superman 4 was really cheap. Why is that?
The franchise had been bought by Canon Films at that point. Canon Films was insolvent and basically in free fall at that point. And the budget was rescinded at that point. And so it looks like shit.
It looks like a lot of shit. And that was the end of Christopher Reeve. Betrayed. Still, in my mind, the best Superman.
Absolutely. Yeah. He is the embodiment of Superman.
Yeah.
Even at the lowest ebbs of Superman 3 and 4.
And I would say
you've got Christopher Reeve in it. Still acting the best as he can as Superman.
He's great. Yeah.
He gives us all.
The production isn't always good in the sequels, but he is great. But what I would say is that when I think of Superman, I think of two things. I think of Christopher Reeve, and I think of the music of John Williams. But then we go in this whole other chapter.
What chapter?
Open my eyes! My eyes! Ah!
Can we reboot this? But the reboot did not quite take off.
No, not at all.
It was directed by, or going to be directed by,
Tim Burton in the 90s.
And for some reason, they picked the actor.
Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage. Really, I think, wanted to be Superman.
I cannot see that.
For some reason.
I still can't see it.
We've seen him in the suit and it looks terrible.
Yeah, there are clips of him. You can see him in the suit.
Yeah.
It is bad. It never took off. Why did it not take off?
Executives saw Nicolas Cage in the suit and he looked terrible.
And they were like, please, no.
We are not greenlighting this.
But there was a lot of development. There was a lot of production.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much so that we'll get to like the next film, but the development of that project was tagged to the next phase of it.
And that became
Superman Returns.
You wrote that the world doesn't need a savior, but every day I hear people crying for one.
I admit, I'm completely 100%. I fell into the nostalgic grasp of this movie.
I did too.
It had John Williams, but it also had pretty good Superman, played by
Brandon Routh.
Yeah, Brandon Routh. He kind of reminded me of Christopher Reeve. Again, very nostalgic.
He sounded like him.
It sounded like him, looked like him. It was very interesting.
That was the whole point.
It had a good supporting cast. The chief was a well-known actor.
Frank Langella. Yeah.
Lois
Lois was miscast. Kate Bosworth. She was not good.
I moved on. So did the rest of us.
She wasn't my ideal, but I didn't mind her. Luther was played by Kevin Spacey.
Yeah. He's basically playing the Gene Hackman.
Yeah, he is.
Character.
But very Kevin Spacey. I liked it. I give that movie a solid B. Wrong! Let's talk about what happened after this, which is
Superman was like on TV. There was like that mediocre Smallville show. Which has a huge fan base.
It does. That was even during the Superman Returns era.
That's the interesting thing about Superman. It's like Superman has always been in pop culture for like the longest time. And like that's what is odd, that like people think like Superman isn't relevant.
It's always relevant.
He's always been here.
Yeah, I agree. Was there any other shows besides? There was another show besides Smallville.
Yeah, there was the CW had like their own like sort of like universe just recently called like Superman and Lois.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I've never seen it, but I do know that version of Superman has a lot of fans.
Let's just skip that.
Yeah.
So sticking to films, after the Nostalgic Fest, there was this period certainly generated by TV at the time.
But then Christopher Nolan rebooted Batman. And that changed everything.
By the way, good reboot.
Yeah.
I like the Batman. The whole thing with Christian Bale, the Batman reboot, I really enjoyed it.
He understood the character.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Warner Brothers thought the darkness of that character suited Superman.
Bad idea to make him dark.
Complete misunderstanding of the character.
What makes Superman great is that he is a beacon.
He's a beacon of light. Yeah.
A beacon of light, a beacon of hope. And then after Man of Steel, which was...
Why did you say that name? Martha, why did you say that name?
Stop! Please, stop!
Why did you say that name?
It's his mother's name!
One of the worst films of this century.
Sorry, Snyder Bros. I'm pretty sure you're pissed off at this guy right now.
Yeah.
By the way, it's him. It's not me.
Two of the worst movies of this century are Die Another Day. I'm a huge Bond fan.
Die Another Day is terrible.
One of the worst films of the century.
Yeah.
And Batman v Superman.
And
the next film after that, Justice League.
Kal-el, no!
I didn't even see it, so I can't speak to it. But I take it you can.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's an incoherent mess.
So are you saying that it's a piece of shit?
Yes. The Snyder version
I
is
don't know.
also like an incoherent mess.
I'm not sure the Snyder fans are going to like to hear that, Chris.
Well.
Which finally brings us to...
Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
I really like this.
I did too.
Yeah. I like it because I was completely entertained. I do not like superhero movies. Most of them I don't enjoy. There are a few exceptions. There was one or two of the, not the Justice League, but the other one.
The Avengers. You like the Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
I like one of those. I like Black Panther, the first one.
Yeah.
Right?
It's good.
I liked the first Wonder Woman movie.
That's not Marvel.
Oh, whatever. See? What do I know? The point is, I only like a few.
Right. But what makes you like a superhero?
So, since I fall asleep to most of them, what makes me like them? They're very well cast, and it is actually a well-written story.
The first Wonder Woman movie is well cast, but the third act is terrible.
Well, I'm not getting into the perfection of these. I'm saying that I like that one enough that I could say I like the chemistry between the actors, and I thought it was well written enough.
Right.
I have a problem with superhero movies in general. I think they're very formulaic. The general vibe, the effects seem over the top. I'm distracted by the effects. I just don't find them very good.
I get distracted by the effects. I'm okay with like superhero movies, but like if everything is like over the top CGI, which this new Superman has moments of, I check out.
Yeah. And so as much as I am not a fan of most superhero movies, I was very entertained. I like Crypto, the dog.
Crypto was great.
He was awesome. I like Superman. I like the actor.
Quit messing around.
I'm not messing around. I'm doing important stuff.
I don't think
Who's the actor?
David Cornsweet.
Who played Lois Lane?
Rachel Brosnahan.
Who played Chief?
Wendell Pierce. One of my favorite actors from The Wire. Yeah, who I think was wasted.
He was underused, but he's a good actor.
Because I like Wendell Pierce. Yeah.
Bunk.
Yeah.
From The Wire. Do you like how I keep pushing him when I ask him? Who played other people?
Nicholas Hoult was great as Lex Luthor.
He was good.
He was great. I actually thought he was a threatening Lex Luthor.
Here?
Because he actually seemed relevant to our time.
I thought he did a really good job. When I looked in his eyes, I never saw the guy like, I'm acting. He was that villain.
Yeah.
100%. And I wanted him to get hurt.
Yeah.
Superman, we finally meet. Would you like a coffee?
Where's the dog?
Dog?
The dog, loser! You took the dog!
That's right, Eve. Get all of this.
What'd you think of Jimmy Olsen?
He was good. I don't understand why he's some sort of playa. I don't get that.
Because he's not hot?
Yeah.
Well, actually, wait a minute. Was that supposed to be the comedy?
I think that is the comedy.
But I think it was kind of funny.
It was to a certain point, and then until it becomes a plot point, then you're like, what? I'm not sure that really works.
What I found, here's what I think this movie did. I was not expecting this, because again, I'm not a big superhero guy. I was not expecting the metahuman presence.
Nor was I. Sorry, comic book fans. I don't like shared universes.
But you didn't mind in Superman 2 with Christopher Reeve when his other Kryptonians
but that's different.
Showed up.
That's not like other DC.
Because at least they were part of the same
they set that up in the first movie.
But I agree with you. My initial reaction was, oh shit. Am I in a superhero movie?
Yeah.
Am I going to watch a bunch of superheroes join forces with Superman and fight somebody? Oh no. But it wasn't quite like that. You were just sort of introduced to this metahuman reality where besides Superman, there happened to be some other beings in other dimensions. This isn't New York City or DC or...
That's what I liked about the Christopher Reeve Superman. Is he was grounded in our reality.
Very much so.
And this is not that.
It's not. But at the same time, here's where they pulled the rug out. Is I kind of was like, I may not like this, and then suddenly I liked it. I liked the other metahumans. I liked the idea that they were sort of poking fun at Hall of Justice and the... I did. I really enjoyed that. I liked the fact that you were meeting these other interesting superheroes that were flawed. I liked that there was this introduction of these portals that took you to another dimension.
Yeah. I don't know.
You didn't like that.
I just don't think it was explained very well.
By the way, Hill, could you hand me Boddington's?
Sure.
Oh, thanks. That's not a Boddington's, by the way.
Doesn't matter.
Here's the thing. I walked out of this Superman movie feeling entertained. I had a lot of fun. Effects were good. Very good.
To a certain point, yeah. It's very CGI, like in the...
Someone's a contrarian.
Yeah, because like I don't like over-the-top CGI. There's too many like CGI fights in this movie.
I think the movie was fun. I think it had good special effects. I liked the character dynamics. I liked the chemistry between the actors.
I did too.
Yeah.
Yes.
I enjoyed the writing of this one. I thought it was a decent story.
I like the story too. The story is basically Superman is coming to terms with the fact that he's an immigrant, which I think is like really fucking relevant in our time.
I also liked the way they introduce the subplot, I guess you would call it, is what's going on with Lex Luthor and what's going on with, I think it's Baravia?
Yeah, some like made up country.
It is.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. And I like
comic book country.
And I liked the way that there are politics going on, and Lois Lane is interviewing him in the beginning.
Ready?
Let's do it, Cronkite.
Superman.
Miss Lane.
That scene, I think, is like the highlight of the entire movie.
The scene where Lois Lane interviews Clark, Superman.
Because you understand both characters at the same time.
I agree.
Yeah. It is this movie's version of the "Can you read my mind" sequence between Christopher
You're
Reeve.
right. Yeah, you're right. It is.
In a different way.
It is the scene that brings the audience immediately sees the connection between Lois Lane and Clark Kent / Superman. She knows he's Superman. We should say that.
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
You know it from the beginning.
You know he's Clark Kent.
Why does he trust everyone?
He doesn't. Just us, because we are also of the cloth.
Of the cloth?
The other thing I really enjoyed was when you meet Clark's parents.
No, great. Yeah.
They were great. That just humanism. They're real people.
There's real people.
I cleaned your boots. I'll go get them for you.
They're way more real in this movie than any other franchise.
Yeah, even like going back to like the Richard Donner film.
100%.
I think that makes it why you understand Clark as a character.
Yes. Would you say that this movie did a really good job compared to a lot of the other movies? Just humanizing everybody and connecting them as humans.
Yes, absolutely.
And that made the movie special. Some funny moments, like when you thought Superman might be out there fighting this blob and floating in the sky.
Yeah.
He just was disinterested because he was like,
the Justice Gang is taking care of it.
The Justice Gang is handling it. Yeah. I kind of like the comedy.
And that's where I'm like, all right, so this is
But you laughed. You laughed.
I did because it was funny. It was a funny visual.
Right.
Yeah. In the background.
So you were entertained.
Yes. There's an interdimensional like rift.
Yeah, I hear you.
And like aliens come in and like
it's a little over the top.
Yeah. This is a complete comic book, Silver Age sort of film.
So why did someone like me, who does not enjoy most superhero movies, why did I find this so entertaining? I think this might be the answer. Once I accepted that I like the actors, I like the chemistry, and I like the general story that was going on, I just accepted whatever happened at a certain point.
Yeah. Right.
And I just let myself go into the movie. I can't say that about other superhero movies.
At what point do you think that happened?
It didn't happen right away. I think it was that I started liking the other superhero metahumans. And I do think Superman was played by a good actor.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
I really enjoyed him. I liked Lex Luthor as a bad guy.
He's great.
But here's the thing. I will say this one big criticism. I got a little overwhelmed by the bad guys because Lex Luthor had his entire team of bad people, and it was hard to take that seriously because they were just a bunch of like
there's too many
hired hands that were ready to be evil, and it just became like kind of ridiculous. We work for the evil corporation, and we're just here to be evil.
Nah, they were fine.
I found them kind of silly. Here's my point. As much as this guy sounds like he's criticizing this movie, he was laughing a lot. And,
I was. Yeah.
And you said you liked Superman, liked the guy playing Superman.
Yeah.
You liked Lois.
Yeah.
You liked the other characters. You had a fun time. So what would you give this movie?
I'd give it a solid B.
I'm going to give it a B+.
Why a B+? B+ is like, I don't know, Return of the Jedi is a B+.
You know what? People clapped at the end of this movie that we were in.
They did, yeah.
And you don't hear that in most movies. There's two things I think about. One is I had a good time. Two is I heard most of the audience clap as the credits started rolling. Three is I know that Chris can be a contrarian. So I have to be careful when he says, really? You give it a B+? I have to be a little like, why did so many people enjoy that movie? And the answer is that I enjoyed it also. And I actually think it was a little bit more positive than you want to maybe give it credit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Why did 25 people start clapping behind me?
Wrap it up.
Well, tell me this. If 25 people were clapping, what about the other 25 people behind them?
Well, they were clapping also.
Were they?
Good luck with that.